Hello, future freedivers. Thank you for downloading this episode of the Total Beginner Freedive podcast, brought to you by Octopus Freediver, makers of some of the best freedive accessories on the planet. This is episode 9, where we go over the cost of a freedive course and what to do if you can't afford a course. Let's hear that jingle.
20 years stuck in the office, and now he's traveling the world. Just one breath and diving deep, he's healthier and happier than ever. Freedive nomad, he's found what he wants to do. A freediving podcast for total beginners like you. Freedive nomad, the peace into the deep blue. Make the dream come true, you can do this too.
Hello again, Ray here, the host of this podcast. Generally, a beginner freedive course is about $300 to $500 regardless of where you are in the world. And I think that price range is pretty much within one standard deviation of all beginner courses globally. And if you don't know statistics, that means I reckon only 32% of courses fall outside of that $300 to $500 range. And apologies for getting a bit nerdy there. And this is just for the course itself. You will still need to check with your school or instructor whether it includes certification costs, study materials, equipment rental, transport, and accommodation. I was pretty lucky with my first course. My course fees included all equipment rental, accommodation, and my instructor even picked me up at the ferry pier with a rental scooter. So $300 to $500, I understand. That's pretty pricey for a lot of people and absolutely unaffordable for many. But if you compare it to a lot of other recreational activities, it's comparable or even cheaper. Like a full course in scuba, surfing or rock climbing lessons for 2 days, a day out deep sea fishing, 2 to 3 hours of golf lessons, about 2 hours rental of a wakeboarding boat, big night at the pub, or a really expensive date. Freediving is a practical skill you can use for the rest of your life, whether it's for fun diving or using the techniques to relax or to help you fall asleep, which I often do. So, in my humble opinion, it's a pretty good investment. If you simply can't afford a course, I would approach an instructor or school and try to barter with them to exchange some work or services you are skilled in. For example, here in Xiaoluqiu, Taiwan, I taught one student a second level course for free. In exchange, she helped me out on some courses on the weekends and sometimes helps me with some underwater photography when I need it. I also had one student when I was in the US who really wanted to learn freediving to help him with his spinal cord disease, but he didn't have the financial means at the time as he was not working. So we agreed on an installment plan. I can't speak for all instructors out there, but part of the reason I love teaching freediving is to help people change their lives for the better, much like it did for me. And after 20 years in a soul-sucking job, it's great to be in a line of work that I can see bring joy to people's faces. So, if you can't afford a course, get creative. All the instructors I know are good-natured people, and I like to think most of them would be open to a reasonable offer. But I have heard stories of students begging for a discount because they can't afford a course, and then show up at a class with $500 carbon fins. Don't be that person. Also remember, as an alternative, that Ted Hardy has a free online safety course for freedivers at freedivepodcast.com/safety. It's just 45 minutes long, but jam-packed with information that could save you or your buddy's life. And for a limited time, I'm offering one-on-one online theory course. It's about 1.5 hours long online with me and includes freedive theory lectures and dry skills like breath holding technique and freediving equalization. It also includes a 100+ page manual and theory certification from certifying agency Molchanov. This is usually $150, but for all the listeners of this podcast, you can get it for just $100. You can find that at freedivepodcast.com/theory. Again, that's freedivepodcast.com/theory. If you have any questions regarding this course, please email me at ray@freedivenomad.com. And the times I'm generally able to teach are about 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. Taiwan time, which is GMT plus 8. You won't be able to freedive after this course, but you will have all the knowledge you need for a level 1 course. And finally, I like to talk about meditation, something that should be a part of every freediver's training. I started my meditation journey about 5 years ago. I took a course in transcendental meditation, which cost around $1,000 US, and I learned one very important thing. Meditation is really hard. And I don't think I'm alone here. Meditation is something you have to be very consistent with in order to see the benefits. And yeah, I was able to maintain a practice for weeks or even several months, but somehow I find a way to break the habit. It sounds a lot like trying to quit smoking. That was until I randomly downloaded the Sync Tuition app, and within days, I was sleeping throughout the night and had improved focus during the day. Things I was having trouble with. And it's so easy to maintain this practice. I was just listening to it for 20-25 minutes a day, every day, because it's so easy. I sometimes just listen to it before I take my nap. Sync Tuition has over 150,000 5-star reviews, over 4 million users, and backed by over 100 studies. For a free trial, go to freedivepodcast.com/meditate. And that's it for today's episode. Dive safe and never dive alone.
20 years stuck in the office, and now he's traveling the world. Just one breath and diving deep. He's healthier and happier than ever. Freedive nomad, he's found what he wants to do. A freediving podcast for total beginners like you. Freedive nomad, the peace into the deep blue. Make the dream come true. You can do this too.